really cool, and it gives a little bit better layout than this here will, because we can see that we have 10 drivers that are ahead of us win-wise. Let's go through as a win: Casey Kane, Denny Hamlin, Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Busch, Jamie McMurray, Kyle Larson, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Kurt Busch. Those are the drivers with wins at the moment. As we head to Richmond. This here's an interesting way to start off the week. We have not won at Richmond in a while, and we haven't won this season, which is quite surprising. We typically do have a win by this point, but things are quite different this season, I guess. I don't know, the game doesn't like us. We just had some bad luck at some of these tracks, but you know what, I'm really not trying to worry about that. I'm trying to focus here on. It's another recording session. The first 4 videos were recorded together, and we get the next 3 videos here recorded together. So hopefully in this recording session I'll be able to get some wins. Obviously we want to set the tone early in today's video with some good runs in these 2 races so that I'm not triggered by the end. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Because last time I was pretty triggered by the 4th recording. Not gonna lie, the 4th video that I recorded in a row of this game, which was the one that went up on Sunday, I was quite triggered by the end of those. So I'm here trying to just get my first win of the season. I think coming off of the bad season that we had as Martin Truex, I wouldn't say it's bad, we capped it off with a championship. But what the fuck? There's 52 laps of this bullshit? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, what the fuck? So coming off of that decent season, not a lot of wins, coming off of course, before that, getting 15 wins in a season as Kevin Harvick, I think there's that expectation coming into the season to get some of those wins. But the other thing was playing as Kevin Harvick in a season wasn't really what I had wanted to do. I typically don't once the NASCAR season begins. Now, I know it's early in the season because by the time I'm recording this, only 1 race has happened so far, the Daytona 500. But I believe when this video goes up, when this video goes up, it should be Las Vegas should be the next race, I believe. I think, because let's see, when does this video go up? The 7th this goes up? Yeah. So Atlanta should have been, Atlanta would have happened by the time this video goes up as well. But by the time I'm recording it, I've only seen the Daytona 500 because that's the only race that's happened at the time I'm recording. Of course, in that race, the Stewart-Haas cars looked pretty good, so hopefully that continues throughout the season. And yeah, I mean, I was hoping that Kevin Harvick would be the first driver to win on a Stewart-Haas Ford, but it's cool to see that Stewart-Haas get the first win of the season. It's exciting. My favorite team. Obviously not my favorite driver on the team won, but my favorite team won, so that's pretty exciting. To see Kurt Busch win the 500. Like I said, I wasn't really going to throw much in into these videos about the actual races because it's recorded so far ahead. But I did want to throw that in there that it was a quite cool that a Stewart-Haas car won the season. Now, of course, I believe Kevin Harvick could have won that race if he hadn't got involved in that big wreck there, because a lot of cars stayed out, and some drivers should have been in the front, probably, that were. But, you know, that kind of thing happens, and he'll win, obviously, by the end of the season, so. Well, I couldn't say obviously. Hopefully he'll win by the end of the season. And, Yeah. So here we are back with our race here, of course. We had a little wreck there, but cars are getting back going. We lost a little bit there on the restart, but hopefully the car can pick it up by the back straight and we can stop losing so much. Okay, Chris Buescher is spinning out here. There you go. Push some cars up the track. Don't let that car get away from you. Do not let that 12 car get away. Why is that car even in the game? I don't know. But don't let that car get away from you. It's going to be a problem if you do. There you go. The block didn't really go as planned. I can say that much. Alright, here we go. Second restart of the race. Of course, this here does not have the segments like the actual NASCAR races do, which I think would be cool to have segments in this game, to be honest. So hopefully in the next NASCAR game they come out with, there will be segments, because I thought that they were quite cool. I know a lot of people on like the internet were triggered, but to be honest, I like the segments. I think they were a cool thing. I think the segments are going to make the racing more exciting throughout the rest of the season. It's going to make the drivers go a little bit more hard the whole season instead of just like when it comes out in the last like 10 laps of the race, they're going to drive hard. You know, it's going to make them go hard all the time. And I really like that idea of the drivers really going out all out more than just like the last like 20 laps. They're like, oh, it's time to go. You know, they have something in it. You get a playoff point and you get season points. You know, you get more points. It's all about them points. So you know, you win the segment, you get a playoff point. So it's obviously what you want. I realized that I shouldn't be wrecking Brad Keselowski as a Ford driver along with me. Just realized that. Should be racing him a little bit easier. Not ultra easy, but a little bit easier. I don't have to risk it all when I race against him, which is a little bit different. So here we go. Our little Ford Fusion, currently up here in 4th place. That's quite exciting to get this car going up here. Get rolling up in 4th in our Ford. We're probably gonna have to pit. We're gonna have to pit in 10 laps. So let's just see, can we keep the solid run going up here for our team, and of course bring it down pit road when we have to. Because I'm just trying to do all the cornering right. You know, you enter the corners good here, and you have a shot to drive good. Now the tires are starting to give up a little bit. I really felt it on that turn. I think it's the first time that I really felt the tires start to give a little bit, just the way the car exited there. But we'll see how it does in this corner up here. I entered that corner way too fast. Way too fast. Entering there. Alright, here we go. Let Brad go if he has to. Let him go. Keep as many cars behind you as you can, but it's all really going to come down to not wrecking with Denny Hamlin and Brad Keselowski here. That's what it's going to come down to. Not wrecking with these guys. Just driving clean around them for however many laps it is we have to pit now. 5 laps. We'll have to pit. Oh, it didn't change it. I thought it was going to change. I don't know if we can go for 5 more laps out here. The way this tire is, probably going to blow a tire out sooner than that. Holy shit, I really messed that corner up. Brad Keselowski to pit road, though. 4 laps here. Ryan Newman did get by. The car is definitely starting to give up a lot more time here on these tires. I feel like we're definitely giving up a little bit of time. Currently in first, though. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. Really bad exit there, guys, on that turn. Obviously, that put us in a terrible position. I made a strategy play that obviously didn't work out. I was trying to stay out longer than everybody else to get more laps than everybody else and hopefully come out with the lead after I pit, but I went too high into the corner, hit the wall, and flung my car around. We don't have too much damage, so that shouldn't be a problem, but just coming out here and trying to lead, or not lead, but get back up to the lead where we were before the caution came out and try to get back up to the front is a goal, because we were obviously running well in 4th and 5th in the time, and then of course when we wrecked we were in 1st because of where our pit strategy put us, but obviously it was a bit disappointing to have that happen, but here we are, we're back towards the front, only a couple cars that we really got to pass. We have 8 laps to chase these guys down. We got 8 laps to chase them down. Now we're down to 7. We could really use a caution. I really think we could, but we're losing so much ground on the leader here. Come on, now we can't let cars go by us. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. This. This way we're racing is not gonna work. Can't be letting cars go by us. We should. Now there's a caution. Like, I like how I don't even know. I really tried to cause that caution if it wasn't obvious. But I just kept falling back. Yeah, we can do this again. Oh yeah. Kyle Busch has this race won. Good chance to become the first duplicate winner of the 2017 update in our 5th season here. There we go. So I will take second at Richmond. Not a bad start to the week. Of course, I would like to have that one spot better, but I will take it. Moving up a little bit. Alright, so now it's on to Talladega, where we have won at least a race every year. Or we came close. We're always close here at Talladega. So let's find out if we can stay close yet again here at Talladega. Obviously, things didn't necessarily treat us too well at Richmond. We got into a couple incidents, so it's time to go restrictor plate racing. Let's find out if we can keep from having too big of a wreck here and maybe win this race and finally get a win this season. That would be super cool just to get a win. I'd like that. I'm yet to get a win in a Ford in our season here of NASCAR Heat Evolution. Most of our wins have came in Chevys in season 1 through 3. Season 4 winning a couple races in total, but not that many. And of course season 5, the first season in a Ford. Now you guys probably won't see a Chevy in our seasons for a while, because the next 2 seasons we got Eric Jones and Kurt Busch lined up as the next drivers to race as. Obviously, racing as drivers was announced in the beginning of this season. So here you got the car going good along the wall. I know there was a track that I was going good against the wall that I could have called later and I wrecked into the wall this season. Was that Auto Club? I don't remember. After this race, though, we will check some interesting stats. Now, I will go to that screen the game freezes on at the end of the video because I don't have to stop recording then. Because that's when the video is going to end. I can be like, hey, we're done, guys. Okay, so here we go along the bottom of the track. Trying to make as much speed as possible here. We're going to find out, can we qualify not last place? Because at Talladega, I don't think I've ever not qualified last place. And Daytona. And Martinsville. But no, it'd be really nice to not qualify last year. Just based on the fact that I don't want to necessarily fall way behind the group again in the draft. But it doesn't matter, I just wasted like 10 minutes of you guys' time. Okay. Here we go. All I need to do is follow behind this guy, or not, because he's going too slow. Why are... Oh my god, come on. Come on, let me draft behind you. Already 500 this season, of course, was bad because of the mess up that I did not realize that my settings got changed in the 2017 update. So we have not really had a chance to run restrictor play races yet with this new update. We've only done 4 laps, and that was Daytona. So here we are, the first lap in the draft here at Talladega. Gonna have to go up high here, trying to make a run on the high side. Gonna have to get back into the draft. The bottom line is very organized. The top side, not so much. We're gonna have to try not to play ourselves here to start off the first 2 seconds out here. Getting close to a wreck with Eric Jones there. Can almost make it 4 wide here on the back straightaway. That got very risky for a second here. Behind now Matt Tifft, who's not in the series. Neither is Ryan Reed, who are both right here in front of me. Alright, so he moves up the track. Who are we now behind? AJ Allmendinger and Danica Patrick. Come on, down low on Allmendinger. There we go. Bubba Wallace now here in front of me. Come on. We need to get by him. There we go. Danica Patrick trying to come out here to block or get a push, but she goes back into line behind Matt DiBenedetto. And now we're coming up behind Ben Kennedy. Alright, so we're going to play him to the high side. Believe that's what we're going to do. Yes, it is. There you go, to the high side. Now we got McMurray and Kenseth in front of me. Really getting a lot of speed and catching up to them. Here we go with Casey Kane now. That got a little bit close. And Chase Elliott right here in front of both of us. Only 7 laps do we have to make green flag pit stops here at Talladega. Ricky Stenhouse trying to make a block. Clint Boyer here. Paul Menard, Ryan Blaney, Trevor Bayne, and Ryan Newman are all the next cars that I have to pass. And now Ryan Newman is the one that's up next. Alright, so here we go. Who's up next? Kurt Busch is the next driver to pass at this race, along with Michael McDowell. Gonna have to go with the teammate and the momentum, giving Kurt Busch a nice push there, along with Eric Almirola. Gonna get by both Busch and Almirola there. And now we're gonna pass Landon Castle and Eric Almirola here. Next up is Jimmy Johnson and Kyle Busch. We have to get by them. And then is that Clint Boyer? Or no, that looks like it's Brad Keselowski. Okay. Okay, getting by Jimmy Johnson. Eric Almirola is still hanging strong on the bottom side here. Cannot clear him. And all the momentum's on the bottom, so Almirola is going to get by me yet again. I have to pull in behind him. And we'll see where things go. Okay, so here we go. Getting by Busch and Keselowski, and along with Almirola. And it looks like we got Logano up here. I see a yellow car, so I'm assuming it's Logano. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They are pitting early. Here we go. So now we're in second place. It looks like we do have Joe Logano as the race leader. A lot of cars did pit that time. I believe Logano was going to have to pit this time. Or maybe he won't, but I think Logano is going to make a pit stop this time by. And if I have to pit, I think I'm going to pit with him. If he goes to pit, I'm pitting. But I'm only taking fuel. I'm not taking tires. That's too much to risk doing. Okay, full of fuel, no tires, no repairs. Let's do it. Alright, so hopefully 2 cans of fuel should get us out of pit road faster than Logano. We were a little bit behind him in our pit entry. We sort of gained a little bit, but I'm not sure if we're going to have enough to gain time to get out of pit road before him. It does actually look like we are going to get out of pit road before Joey Logano. It does. So Kyle Larson and Ryan Reed are the only 2 drivers yet to pit. We have to get up to speed though, because Denny Hamlin is closing in only 1.8. Oh man. Got to use that rearview mirror quite a lot, because it's going to be time to make a block here. Denny Hamlin's only half a second behind now from the lead. He's definitely closing in on me. I am now the leader here at Talladega. I'm going to leave that number up just so I can see I have 9 laps to go before I have to pit again. Out here just leading, going along. We made a nice run to the front. I don't believe that this is a good time to pit. We do have 8 laps now on fuel. We want to pit probably when it says 3. So here we go. I'm going to have 15 laps to go in the race. 8 laps on fuel. Obviously, 1 more pit stop should put us within range of getting the win here in this race. We're getting to the finish, should I say. Here at Talladega. Not really much going on. The cars are half a second and then a second and a half behind. So nothing really going on here in this race at the moment. Denny Hamlin has closed in a little bit on me. He's now 0.4 instead of 0.6. So he's gained a lot actually on me. Oh, he is gaining. They are all gaining on me a little bit at a time. Hamlin's going to be right here in a couple seconds. We're going to have to make some blocks. We're going to see what this race is going to come down to here. He lost a little bit on me there. I like that. Entering this corner, he's now 3 instead of 2 tenths of a second behind. Okay, still 3 tenths of a second behind. 13 laps to go in this race. Denny Hamlin is losing ground now on me. 6 laps to go on fuel. One more pit stop will be necessary here at Talladega to get to the end. We are only at the halfway point. So it's going to be a little bit risky. I think that we're going to have to pit. I'm going to have to say I'm going to have to pit when it gets down to like one lap. So when I get right here, that's when I have to decide when it says one lap, because I'm not... Ooh, they pit with 5 laps on fuel. I'm going to not risk that. I can't. I cannot risk it. We're at halfway now. We got 5 laps of fuel. I pit with 4 last time. Maybe I pit with 4 this time as well. Maybe I just pit this lap because it's going to hit 4 in turn 4. No, I want to get a different strategy. I want to do something different. I'm going to pit when it says 1. I'm going to pit when it says 1. So, in 2 laps when it says 2 on the back straightaway. So when it turns from 3 to 2, we have 1 lap before we have to pit. Because on the back straightaway is when it just turned from 5 to 4. So a couple more laps here. And we'll pit. Once again, fuel only. We're not... I guess I gotta pit here. Let's do 2 tires. That's gonna mess me up really, really bad. Because everybody else pit, only the top 7 cars are pitting. I planned out my strategy, and then of course there was a caution. We're waiting to advance to green here. Not really sure what the holdup is, but... Okay, so I'm only in 16th. I only lost a couple positions. Now I lapped a couple cars. Before the race obviously went green. So you estimated to have 10 laps left of fuel and only 7 laps. So this is it. This is the race. Pit stops are done. We only had to do 1 green flag instead of 2. Which I was kind of looking forward to seeing how my strategy played out, to be honest. Like, I really formulated that. It was kind of relieving. I was sort of worried to see how far back I fell. But it's kind of relieving when your strategy doesn't have to be forced to play out. But in the same sense, I kind of like formulated that for like 3 laps. And I really want to see how it played out. So here we go. Inside of Eric Jones. We got to get back into the lead. That's where we were before this caution fell. And we had to fall back to 16th. Because we didn't obviously pit at the time of the pit stop. When everybody else was pitting. Our strategy threw us off a little bit and forced us to fall back. But here we are working our way up. 6 laps. We have 6 laps to gain 6 positions. You're getting the pull from Jimmy Johnson, Brad Keselowski, Martin Truex. Is that Jamie McMurray? It is Jamie McMurray. I have to force the car up underneath him, though. Here we go. Austin Dillon is your leader at Talladega. We made some great gains position-wise. Here we go. He's going to try to throw a block. He is. He's going to try to throw a block. Not enough room to get in on the bottom here. As Austin Dillon decides to throw a block. He's going to try to hold the lead here. Stay strong for 5 laps. This is for the win at Talladega. Drivers going out trying to get the first win of the season for him. Oh shit, I tried to cut him down below him and got into him. Alright, so here we go. We have to go now. It is go time. Come on. This is like the tandem racing right here. I'm trying to force him up high, make him mess up in this corner. Come on, can we please hold him up? No! We cannot get by Austin Dillon. Come on. It's Austin Dillon. How hard can it be to pass him? Here we go. Run down the back straightaway. Into the corner, making the pass on Austin Dillon. Looking here now at a run to try to win this thing. And he's going to pit road. Austin Dillon is going to pit road. He was the closest competition. Now furthest back. Half a second behind is Martin Truex Jr. with 2 laps to go here at Talladega. My hand genuinely hurts from holding this controller and just holding one button down for how long. Plus I've recorded some of the videos on the day before this one. But these longer races tend to do that to you. And this season we're doing, I think they're longer races. Two laps. Martin Truex goes to pit road. Jimmy Johnson now almost 2 seconds behind. 1.7. 2 laps to go here at Talladega. In the number 4, Jimmy John's Ford Fusion. That is right, we're out here with a Ford leading the race, trying to get the first Ford win of our season. The first Ford win of the series. Here we are, 2 laps to go, trying to get our first win of Season 5. First win with a Ford, and the first win of the 2017 update. We only won one other race total since updates came out, and that was a live stream that I did, which I do want to just point out. Thank you to everybody who did watch that live stream. That video's got like, when I'm recording this, it's up to like 717 views. So that video is doing great. The best NASCAR video that I've ever had on the channel. It beat out a 2014 video that I recorded that got a lot a couple years ago. So I want to thank you guys for the views on that and the support that video's gotten, which was a live stream becoming a video. Thanks for the support on that. I really appreciate it. And here we are now in this series, and that stream is what made me want to race this car in this season. Of course I wanted to race this Kevin Harvick. Of course I wanted to drive the number 4 Ford Fusion. But here we are coming off of turn 4. Now we have to go through the tri-oval, and we will have secured the first win of the season. 2 seconds behind is Dale Jr. And across the line, first win in a Ford Fusion this season. That was good. My hand really hurts from that. Especially at restricted blade tracks, you notice it even more, because I was holding my finger down for that whole entire race. Like, I only let up when I went down pit road. And of course, we had that one caution. So there was not much of a break there. And we were also up to first in points. So this should put us second on the chase grid. Look at that, or the playoff grid. But there we go, first win of the season, and also the last race of the video. Up next is Kansas, Charlotte, and Dover. Let's also see what's after Dover, because I only got to see 3. Kansas, Charlotte, Dover, and Pocono. So the next video we are doing Kansas and Charlotte, and Sunday is Dover and Pocono. So now we can take a look at the standings here, because I can, because that is the end of the video right here. So we're obviously first in the standings, but if we take a look at the chase grid, we are second. Kyle Busch with 2 wins. Myself is Kevin Harvick with 1. Denny Hamlin, Casey Kane, Jimmy Johnson, Dale Jr., Kyle Larson, Jimmy Murray, Kurt Busch all have wins as well. So we have done 10 races and we've got 9 different winners. Oh wait, it does work? I can go back? Shit, they got it working now. Alright, so that was a whole waste of my time. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm kind of triggered that I reloaded my game before I did this because I thought it didn't work. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.